It's time for Tiger basketball. Join the Waynesville Lady Tigers and the Waynesville Tigers this season on 97.9 FM. Our game's brought to you by Air Serv Heating and Air, the Marys County Bank, Mailbox It, Lowe's Chevrolet, Memorial Chapels, Pepsi Cola Bottling Company, Flo's 66 Niner, Ed Morris Ford, Shelter Insurance Agents, Dave Holland in Richland and John Gregory in Crocker, and St. Robert Auto Supply. Let's go courtside and play some basketball with the Tigers and Lady Tigers in the 22-23 season.
Very good evening to you and yours. Got to turn up the headphones a little bit. We are at Eureka High School, the Eureka High School Gymnasium, for the first round of our Girls District Class 6 District 2 game. It is going to be your Waynesville Lady Tigers taking on the Kirkwood Pioneers. Connor Harbin here with you again tonight, 97.9 The Source. Unfortunately, the boys' season comes to a close yesterday, but we will see how far the Lady Tigers can go. Of course, the 4 seed in their district going to be taking on the 5-seeded Kirkwood here today. Waynesville did, in fact, get the higher seed. Again, kind of an odd little district. We'll maybe get into that here in just a little bit, but they are the nightcap here tonight. We already do know who Waynesville would play if they do come out the victors here today. We have plenty of time to talk about all that. We still get about 13 minutes until tip-off here this evening. But, of course, we take a look at Waynesville. Been a while since we've seen the Lady Tigers, of course, due to our broadcast of the Class 2 District 9 tournament last week. But what we do see here is a team that's really starting to catch fire a little bit. A couple of wins last week to get above that double-digit win mark. I do feel a little sad about it that we were not there, of course, to broadcast those 2 wins. But Waynesville now 11-15 on the season. And, of course, looking to make it a 3-game winning streak here tonight and getting to that second round of this district tournament. But for Waynesville, again, 2 straight wins, 58-46 over Camden back on February 23rd. This obviously their first game of March. Then before that, it was a 55-48 win against Springfield Central. Of course, Springfield Central, they have been eliminated. They did play our first game of the day. They did fall to the number 1 seed Eureka, of course, the district host as well. Eureka, a 33-point victory in that game over the Lady Bulldogs. So Eureka does await the winner of this one, but of course, in Waynesville's last 5, you then have losses to Parkview, Lebanon, and Rolla there as well. So Waynesville, some good things as of late, but also have to avoid some of those pratfalls we did kind of see there as we were wrapping up our regular season coverage. Of course, we talk about the Lebanon game, maybe kind of letting Lebanon get to the basket a little too easy. Of course, kind of the meltdown there against Parkview. Can't afford to kind of take your foot off the gas there if you do get a lead here today. And then, of course, Rolla. Well, as far as the Rolla game's concerned, Rolla a very good team. Waiting to see what they do over in Class 5. But kind of the same concept. Can't really take your foot off the gas. But 11-15 on the year is Waynesville. Kirkwood, meanwhile, 7-17. Of course, if you heard me talking about it earlier this week, you know I was kind of complaining because the Kirkwood schedule hadn't really been fully updated with their tournament results. Well, now they have. And so now I can tell you with definity that they are 7-17 on the campaign. They have lost 4 in a row, but you're not going to really see any kind of repeat opponents, if you will. These 2 teams obviously do not see each other during the regular season, with Waynesville being a member of the Ozark Conference, and of course Kirkwood being over here in the St. Louis area. But some schools you might recognize here as we take a look at their last 5. A loss to Pattonville their last time out. That was back on February 23rd, a 59-27 loss. Before that, 5-point loss to Rockwood Summit. A loss to Eureka, of course, here in Eureka. That was a 22-point loss there to the Lady Wildcats. A loss to Visitation Academy, 60-35. Their last win came back on February 9th. That was against Oakville at home in Kirkwood. It was a 44-32 win there. But as far as these 2 teams are concerned, well, there's just not a whole lot of info here. Waynesville 5-3 at home, 2-5 on the road, 4-7 in neutral site games, of which this would be one of them. They average 48.2 points a game. They allow 57.1 points a game. Kirkwood 7-17, 2-7 at home, 2-6 on the road, 3-4 in neutral and tourney site games. This is something to note, by the way. They average 39.3 points a game here this season, but they also only allow 42.9 points a game this season. So we could very much be cruising for a very low-scoring game. When you even take a look at games like Eureka, the number 1 seed in this district, they were able to hold them to 62 points, which, of course, we just saw Eureka hang about 80 here against Springfield Central. So, Waynesville might be playing a slower paced game here today. Got to make your possessions count. Of course, that was a big deal in the boys game yesterday. I want to see Waynesville playing very, very efficiently. No turnovers. Don't waste a whole lot of time off the clock, especially if you're going to turn it over. You want a basket every time you go down. It sounds obvious, but it's very much true. You just got to be efficient and maybe get off to a good start here. Always love to see Waynesville get off to a good start. Usually a pretty solid team, aside from the Parkview game, when they kind of put themselves in the driver's seat. So a big thank you to all of our sponsors who make this broadcast possible here tonight. Of course, our season sponsors. You've been hearing from them all season long for Waynesville: Gasco Sage Electric, Air Serve, Mailbox It, Lowe's Chevrolet, Home Plate Grill, Mary's County Bank, Frisco Fuel. Of course, big thank you to Misha for allowing me to even broadcast these on the radio. Waynesville Memorial Chapel, Edmore's Ford, Phelps Health, Bank of Iberia, Shelter Mutual Insurance, St. Robert Auto Supply, and the Bank of Missouri. So, hey, what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and take ourselves another timeout. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about the district tournament. Who else is involved? What's coming up here if the Waynesville Lady Tigers do move on? And, of course, maybe we'll take a quick look here at some personnel from these two sides. Again, as might be the case, wasn't able to find too much information in the way of Kirkwood, but we can kind of take a look here at heights, years, et cetera, and kind of maybe pick out some players who are going to be a big focus in this one. But hey, we'll be back in a few minutes. You're listening to Waynesville Lady Tiger Basketball. It's 97.9 The Source.
Gasco Sage Electric is owned by their consumer members who use their electricity and other services. They've been providing services to Camden, Marys, Miller, Phelps, and Pulaski counties since 1945. Much like electricity, Gasco Sage considers broadband internet to be an essential service, not just in the big cities, but right here in the rural communities they serve. They work hard at making a difference in the futures of the communities they serve. As a new G-Tech Fiber customer, you can soon be part of their high-speed fiber-to-home broadband network. Give them a call today, 573-759-7146.
Turn on the heat. Call AirServe Heating and Air in West Waynesville and get your existing system checked and serviced. If it's time to step up and get a new system, the Luxair high-performance heating and air equipment is top of the line. Luxair sets the standard year in and year out with new features and innovations in the industry and has since 1954. Your Luxair system is just a phone call away at AirServe Heating and Air at 433-3613 or stop by the office on Historic Route 66 in West Waynesville and ask about the Luxair Advantage. Mailbox It in St. Robert is now your complete shipping headquarters. Mailbox It is a UPS authorized shipping agent. They can ship your package UPS, accept UPS drop-offs, and can accept UPS returns with a shipping label. Add FedEx and the United States Postal Service, and why go anywhere else? Mailbox It is the go-to resource for packing, shipping, printing, and business service needs. Mailbox It is a copy, print, and document service center. They can even print your photos and canvases. Mailbox It, 213 Suite 3, St. Robert Boulevard.
The trucks are coming in and coming in. Lowe's Chevrolet in Waynesville has vehicles on the lot with your name on it. Stop by and check out the selection. Take your pick and drive off the lot today with a new or pre-owned vehicle of your choice. Lowe's Chevrolet can help you with financing, service, and so much more. Serving the community you live in for over 30 years. Lowe's Chevrolet off I-44 exit 156 in Waynesville.
Fall is in the air, but this family is in turmoil. Here's Mom, Dad, and even little Sally. Why are they upset? Well, there's the laundry, the dishes, the floors, the office, the yard work and PTA, the homework, soccer, and dance class. And nobody has time to cook a good meal. All right, family, now huddle up. Here's the plan.
Home Plate Grill of Dixon is not only the place to get a great home-cooked meal anytime, but you also get outstanding service that is quick and affordable. Home Plate Grill of Dixon, down-home comfort food and exceptional service that keeps you coming back again and again.
Hi, this is Brad Shelton at the Marys County Bank. Every day, the Marys County Bank touches every corner of your life and supports you as you turn your life's goals into accomplishments. Whether it's purchasing your first car, opening a small business, buying a home, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. From your first car to a new life after retirement, the Marys County Bank is there for all your life's milestones with our full line of products. Stop by one of our 10 locations and see how the Marys County Bank can support your dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back here once more at the Eureka High School Gymnasium. We're about 5 minutes away from the tip-off of our girls' district contest tonight. The Waynesville Lady Tigers taking on the Kirkwood Pioneers. Connor Harbin here with you today. Of course, this is the 4-5 matchup. Winner of this one will move on to face the number 1 seeded Eureka Lady Wildcats. They win their contest here tonight. They hang an 80 spot on Springfield Central to move on in that 1 and 8 seeded game. So, of course, if Waynesville does move on here tonight, and of course going to need to be playing your best basketball to move on here tonight, do want to make note of a programming change. Of course, you might know spring training is back up once again. The St. Louis Cardinals, they are playing on the weekends currently over on 97.9. The Source, of course, playing throughout the week. We're covering the weekend games. So, if Waynesville does pull this one out here tonight, of course, their next game would be on Saturday at noon. Of course, there is a St. Louis Cardinals game at the same time, but that does not mean that we will not be carrying the Waynesville Lady Tigers. In fact, we're just going to be moving Waynesville over to another station. Of course, you might know the home of the Waynesville Football Tigers, 102.3. That is where you'll be able to catch them on Saturday at noon. If they win, obviously, you lose and you're out at this stage of the year, but just do keep in mind, 102.3 on Saturday at noon. If Waynesville moves on. With that note aside, we take a look once more at our two sides. Of course, for Waynesville, you know who you want to see get going here tonight. Brianna Hurd, of course, the junior, leading scorer all season long. Don't think there was a single game in which Brianna Hurd did not lead the way in scoring. Want her to get going here today. Of course, Kirkwood, they do have some size. They do have a 6'2 ball player. Not going to be in the starting lineup for the Pioneers here tonight, but they do have a few players here at 5'11", 5'10". Of course, they'll have a 5'10 freshman in the starting lineup, the Pioneers will. So they'll take a look there and you'll kind of see what is up. Brianna Hurd maybe going to get a chance to maybe score some points inside the post. And of course, maybe go coast to coast if the opportunity presents itself as well. We know she can very much do that as well. But of course, you'd like some other players to get going there. Can't harken back to the two other games, unfortunately, that we missed last week, but I do know Reagan and Riley Grossfener, when we last saw them, did have that mid-range jumper kind of working out for them there. And of course, Caitlin Black, always a three-point threat. She can make a few early on. That would definitely go a long way. So those are the four scores I really think that Waynesville would like to get going here today. Maybe even a combination of, if you can get 2 or 3 of them in the double digits, I think we're going to be okay here against Kirkwood. But Kirkwood, your starting lineup, I mean, like I said, they're a team with some youth, with a little bit of experience. They're kind of a balanced mix here. We've kind of been seeing the opposite as of late, or we've been kind of seeing one extreme or the other, especially yesterday when we saw Waynesville take on an 11 senior Parkway West squad. But they've got a nice mix here. You're going to see a senior, you're going to see a junior, you're going to see a freshman in the starting lineup. Can't tell you who's really going to kind of be the star, though. Not a whole lot of information around Kirkwood and kind of what they've been able to accomplish other than their record, other than the scores that they've been able to put up there. But like we do know, they might be a team that looks to slow down the tempo, kind of force Waynesville to really play in the half court. I think that's going to be key for Waynesville. Of course, Waynesville's also seen pretty much every team from the last few weeks or so kind of open up in a full court press. So we might see that as well. Who knows what we're going to see? We're about to find out, of course. We've got ourselves about 90 seconds. So we're going to take our second and final timeout of this pregame. We'll come back and we'll have your starting lineups, your opening tip here in Eureka. But your number 4 seeded Waynesville Lady Tigers, they're set to take on the number 5 seed, the Kirkwood Pioneers. We will be back here in just a few moments. You're listening to Waynesville Lady Tiger Basketball, 97.9 The Source.
An independent company, family-owned and operated. That's Frisco Fuel LLC in Stoutland, bringing the fuel you need to the farm and the business to keep things running and the production moving forward. Frisco Fuel LLC is a fuel delivery service located on Keepsake Road in the Frisco Lee community of Stoutland. Their high-quality products, reliable on-time deliveries, competitive prices, and friendly customer service set them apart from all the competition. And with 24/7 service, Frisco Fuel is there when you need them, and they're just a phone call away at 417-763-3835. When the fuel on the farm or your business is running low, call Frisco Fuel, and the delivery trucks will be on their way.
Role models are more important than ever in today's society. You can serve as a role model for others the next time you display good sportsmanship at a high school athletic event. Good sports are winners and are also vital to preserving our fine sports traditions. So the next time you attend a sporting event, remember to be a good sport and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Welcome back once more to Eureka High School here in, of course, Eureka, Missouri, home of Six Flags, if you will. But, of course, we are just a few moments away from getting going here. Our 4 and 5 seeded matchup, again, your Waynesville Lady Tigers, set to take on the Kirkwood Pioneers. Connor Harbert here with you tonight. Of course, 97.9 The Source. Glad you could join me here for this one. This one promised to be a very exciting contest again. Should be, on paper, one of the most balanced contests of the first round. As we take a look at your starting lineup here, we're going to look at Kirkwood first. As we go through here one by one. First one out on the floor, you're going to have a 5'10" freshman. Should be the tallest player on the floor for the Pioneers. That'll be Maggie Gunn. Then you'll have a 5'6" senior guard. That'll be Brooke Bendoff. And then you're going to have a 5'4" junior guard. That is going to be Marissa Rhymes. Also starting out here for the Pioneers, that's going to be a 5'5" junior guard in Anna Newland. And then rounding out the starting lineup here for the Kirkwood Pioneers, that'll be your 5'9" senior forward in Caroline Puffer. The Pioneers, 7-17 on the campaign, 3-4 in neutral site games. And of course, they are coached by Monica Tritz, assistant coach Brad Sutterer. So the Pioneers, of course, 3 wins in the tournament. They'd have a double-digit win campaign, but of course Waynesville trying to be a roadblock in all of that. As we take a look at the starting lineup for Waynesville here tonight, you're going to notice no changes. Pretty much the starting lineup Waynesville's been going with all season long. First one out on the floor, that'll be your freshman. That'll be Riley Grossfeiner, and then you'll follow up with the other Grossfeiner. That'll be, of course, Reagan Grossfeiner. Both Riley and Reagan having themselves double-digit games, or, well, should I say 6 to 8 point games as of late there. I think that'll be pretty solid if you can get 6 and 8 from both the Twins here today. So on the floor, the 3-point threat, Kate Black going to be in your starting lineup, of course. And then, of course, down low, you'll have Brittany Davison, the senior forward, looking to extend her career as long as possible. And then you'll round things out here with the junior, of course. She'll be working inside, she'll be working outside, but she is your leading scorer. That'll be Brianna Hurd. Waynesville, 11-15 on the campaign, coached by Brittany Matlock. And, of course, assisted by Mike Klutz and Sarah Henry. So, for Waynesville, you've got Grossfeiner and Grossfeiner. Of course, we'll refer to them as Riley and Reagan. You've got Caitlin Black, you've got Davison, and you've got Hurd as well. For the Kirkwood Pioneers, you've got Gunn, you've got Bendoff, you've got Rhymes, you've got Newland, and you've got Huffer. So, Coach Matlock sharing a final few words here with her Lady Tigers squad. As we head on in here, looks like it's going to be Hurd to jump. Here for the Lady Tigers, it's going to be Gunn to jump for the Pioneers. Again, one more time, Connor Harbert here with you, 97.9 The Source. Small Waynesville crowd on hand, of course, very far away from our native Waynesville, but it is going to be the Lady Tigers who win the opening tip. Riley Grossfeiner coming up the middle of the floor. She'll kick it off here with a pass over to the right wing. To Reagan Grossfeiner, now going inside here. Hurd working on the right block. 8-foot shot, up no good. Rebounded by Kirkwood. Pushing the ball up the floor here, coming up. Brooke Bendoff, pass to the right wing. Going into the corner now, going over to her left. On the floor here tonight, fair warning. Talk about it here in just a moment. I got the broadcaster death spot here tonight. Of course, can see most of the floor, however. Here's Bendoff, top of the key, passing it over to the left wing this time, over to Marissa Rhymes. Rhymes, wing-to-wing pass, over across, up to the top, back to Rhymes now. Waynesville looks like opening up in a bit of a zone here as the ball rolls out of bounds. Rhymes trying to save it, can't do so. It's going to be Waynesville ball. On the floor, in the corner. Not really the best spot to be broadcasting from sometimes, but again, big thank you to Eureka High School for setting me up in a good spot here tonight, or should I say, at least a spot with a view of all the action, even if we might be a little bit far away from the action sometimes, like we are now. Here's Brianna Hurd on the left wing, going to the baseline here, has the ball stripped and stolen away. And on the attack, here comes Anna Newland. Newland going to dish it off here, over to the wing, Bendoff. Back up to Newland now. Over to the right side, trying to look inside. Going to give it off now. Here's Puffer on the baseline, guarded by Grossfeiner and Hurd. Inside, going to Gunn, out to the corner. Three-pointer is good. Brooke Bendoff good for 3. And Kirkwood puts themselves on the board first here with 6:35 left to go in the first. Hurd going to Black here. Black, top of the key. Over to Reagan now. Reagan, ball on the floor, driving in on Gunn. Back out to the wing, over to Hurd. Hurd going to try for 3. Does she have it? No, right side of the rim, but an offensive rebound here for Davison. She'll stop and pop. That one catches the rim and falls through. So Davison puts Waynesville on the board first here. And by first, I mean first for the Lady Tigers. It's 3-2. Waynesville trailing by 1. Here's Bendoff, corner, out to the left wing, over to Rhymes. Rhymes, pump fake, now looking to drive, gets to the baseline here, but picked up by Reagan. In a little bit of trouble, but able to find Gunn just shy of the sideline. Gunn to the left wing, going wing to wing, over to Bendoff once more. Inside pass, over to Gunn. Gunn, 7-foot shot, no good. Gets her own rebound, going back up, whistle on a foul charge. Might be a foul here on Hurd. We're heading to the line for the first time tonight. So Waynesville picks up its first foul. It's a foul on Brianna Hurd. Of course, her first as well. Getting started right on time here tonight as Gunn takes the first free throw. It's good. Of course, our first game ending a little bit early because of the running clock. But they threw up 22 minutes in between games there. Have to start right on time. Gunn's second free throw, no good. Of course, that due to video streaming and the whatnot. But as it stands, it's 4-2 now in favor of Kirkwood. Black, top of the key, over to the left wing, on to Davison. Pass going inside here. Hurd can create some space through the left block. She goes off the glass and in. Hurd's got her first 2 points, and we're tied back up here early on, 4-4. Bendoff to the left baseline here. Puffer back out to the opposite wing. Thought about the three-pointer Newland did, but instead she'll kick it off to the wing. Here's Bendoff going for another three. That one's too hard. Waynesville fighting for the rebound. They don't find it. Instead, Gunn picks it up off the floor. Waynesville caught out of position as she puts it in for two. 6-4 now our score. 3 minutes gone by in this first quarter. Reagan over to the right wing to Black. Black coming to her left. Off to Reagan now. Reagan going to drive over to Riley now. Putting the ball on the floor. Off to Black. Black the wide open three. No, too far to the left. Who's got the rebound? Looks like it's going to be Rhymes picking it up here for the Pioneers. Pushing it down the floor now. Going to her right. Middle of the lane. Going block to block here. But Reagan there to pick it back up. Over to Newland. Middle of the lane. Going over to the opposite baseline now. Rhymes driving in. The 6-foot shot. No good. Offensive rebound for Puffer. And now there's a foul on Hurd. And that's going to be the second here on Hurd. So we'll see what Waynesville opts to do here with Hurd picking up her second here just 4 minutes into this contest. No moves to the bench just yet. I think we will see. Coach Matlock sticking with Hurd for the time being. First free throw here for Puffer is good. 7-4. Second free throw on its way. Line drive shot, no good. Good box out by Black. She picks it up. So Puffer goes 1 of 2. 2 of 4 from the free throw line now is Kirkwood. Riley Grossfeiner here in the right corner going inside. Hurd creating some space. Whistle, foul, count the bucket as well. So Hurd gets the and one back the other way. And a chance to tie it up from the line. Get that 4 points for Hurd here tonight. Hurd sets up for Waynesville's first free throw of the day. Eerily quiet here in Waynesville. Excuse me, how about Eureka? Getting in the opposite corner of the gym here tonight. Here's the free throw, no good, rolls out. And Waynesville will stay at a deficit for the time being. 7-6 here, almost halfway through this first quarter. Rhymes on the left wing. Dribbling off toward her right here. Now going to settle, top of the key, to the right side, over to Bendoff. Puffer on the baseline, trying to drive around Hurd. Whistle. They stepped out of bounds. It'll be Waynesville ball. And Whistle scared me a little bit there. Thought it might be number 3 on Hurd, but that's not the case. Waynesville now a chance to take the lead. 2-pointer would do it. Reagan Grossfeiner, right wing, into the corner, over to Riley. Riley going to pick up the dribble, finds Black in motion, but Black going to bring it to the wing, stop. And a pass inside. Hurd double teamed here. Going to throw up the jump shot anyway. Caught the friendly roll. And just like that, Waynesville's out in front now at 8-7. Hurd's got 6 points now. 3:39 left to go in the first. Bendoff to Rhymes. Now to the left wing over to Newland. Still winning on a substitution here in this game. Maggie Gunn, turnaround jumper, blocked away by Black. Waynesville's got the rebound. Black caught a piece of it. Here's Hurd to the left wing. She's going to take the three. Got it. Nothing but net. And Waynesville takes a 4-point lead. This is the start you always want from a player like Hurd. She's got 9 now. And it's 11-7. Well, the Waynesville substitution coming up shortly here. Looks like Lauren Lurcher to the bench. Here's a ball tipped by Davison, but still going to find the hands of Rhymes. Swinging a pass, left corner, over to the wing now to Newland. Newland trying to drive around Davison, dish it off to the right wing. Here is Rhymes. Screen set by Gunn. Rhymes just going to reset it back to the volleyball line. Under 3 minutes to go in the first. Here's Rhymes. Going to take the three. Top of the key. Off the rim. Rolls out. Rebounded by Riley. Again, Waynesville finds themselves a defensive stop here and a chance to extend this lead even further. 5-0 run at the moment here for Waynesville. Actually make it a 7-0 run for the moment for Waynesville. Reagan moves to her right. Here goes a pass inside to Hurd. Hurd guarded by Puffer. Didn't like what she saw that time. She'll pass it back out. Reagan, though, trying to throw it up top of the key. Stolen away by Newland. Newland, nobody in front of her. Left side layup is good. Newland finds two. Her first two of the game. 11-9. Waynesville's lead cut to 2. 2:15 left to go in the first. Riley, a pass over to the right wing. Here's Hurd. Screen set by Black. Hurd moving to her left. Another three-pointer. This time too far to the right. Offensive rebound for Waynesville, though. Riley Grossfeiner not going to hit the shot. Rebounded this time here by, that'll be Gunn. Gunn, though, her outlet pass. That's going to be ticked and stolen away. Pass inside. Riley Grossfeiner good for 2. Suddenly, things got a little bit chaotic down on the other side of the floor, but it all ends in 2 points for Riley Grossfeiner, her first 2 of the game. And we're back to 4, 13-9. Half-court offense here for Kirkwood. Three-pointer, left wing, no good. High rebound, brought in by Hurd. Hurd maybe looking to go coast to coast here. Picked up by Rhymes, spinning back to her left. 8-foot shot, no good. Too hard, rebounded by Bendoff. 1:25 now left to go in the quarter. Bendoff looking to go coast to coast maybe. Has it poked out. Gunn picks it up. Gunn pass out to the right wing. Rhymes, baseline over to Puffer. Puffer double-teamed. Pass going inside to Gunn, but there to strip it away. That's Davison. Davison getting her hands in there early on. Of course, we know, solid defensive player. Working her magic early on in this contest. Waynesville taking their time here as they come across half court. Under a minute now left to go in the period. 55 to be precise as Hurd passes it over to the left side, over to Riley, getting it right on back. Might we see Waynesville just hang on to it here? That certainly looks to be the case. Ball on hip. Four seconds on the imaginary shot clock, and it's gone by. So, 35 seconds left to go now. Of course, Kirkwood showing no interest in defending it either. So, just going to handshake this one. Of course, you can force Waynesville to move by guarding. As Waynesville now going to start to move here with 15 left to go in the period. Hurd, top of the key, guarded by Puffer. Trying to go over to the right side, Black. Ball's tipped away. So Waynesville comes up empty here, and Kirkwood will have 7.9 to work with. We all know my thoughts and opinions on stall ball. We'll save it for later. Ball's inbounded here to Newland. Top of the key, over to the left wing. Here comes Bendoff, driving baseline, stops, has to take an awkward shot. Front of the rim, no good. And so, ultimately, Waynesville doesn't get any points, but neither will Kirkwood to end the first quarter of play. So Waynesville behind 9 points for Brianna Hurd. They hold a 4-point lead as we move on to quarter number 2. 13-9 our score. You're listening to Waynesville Lady Tiger Basketball. It's 97.9 The Source.
What if you stepped out of the picture tonight? How would you want to be remembered? And who would make decisions about planning your funeral service? This is Martin Vernon, owner of Memorial Chapels and Crematory. We help families create meaningful services that respect and honor the memory of their loved one's life. At Memorial Chapels and Crematory, we offer our support and guidance when your family needs us the most.
When it comes to great deals on the best-selling trucks 46 years running, Ed Morse Ford in St. Robert has your back. I'm Mike Freeman, and I'd like to invite you to come in during Ford Truck Month. Hurry in now to take advantage of 0% financing for 36 months on new 2022 F-150s, or choose 3.9 for 72 months plus a $1,000 Ford rebate and huge Ed Morse discounts. For a truckload of savings, don't miss Truck Month going on now at Ed Morse Ford St. Robert. Get back by Morse today. Offer ends March 31st.
Back here once more at Eureka High School. Quarter number 2 about to get started here. Waynesville holding on to a 4-point lead here in this one, 13-9. The quarter that was ultimately played at a bit of a slower pace there. Obviously, Waynesville looking to kind of control the game with the lead here at this moment in time. We'll see how they come out here in the second quarter. Looks to be starting lineup plus Lauren Lurcher into the ballgame for the first time. Lurcher going to be subbing in here. Looks like she's going to be replacing Caitlin Black for the time being here. So, it will be Kirkwood ball to start off the quarter. Of course, Connor Harbert here with you, 97.9 The Source. Looks to be starters out on the floor, +1 here for Kirkwood. Actually, a couple names we need to get for you here. Left corner here, Bendoff with the basketball. Inside, going to Maggie Gunn. Going to throw up the shot. Top of the backboard, rolls out of bounds. And it's going to be Waynesville ball. And now I have Now they'll say the ball was tipped by the official who probably had the worst view of it. Well, either way, that gives the ball back to Kirkwood. Ball's inbounded here, over to the left baseline. Jumper, no good. On the rebound, they'll say last touch here by Reagan Grossfeiner on its way out. And Kirkwood will get another chance at it. In the ball game here, Addie Bivens must win the ball game. Spar alert, another player not on the program. It's happened every single game for the last 5 or 6 games. Well, I'll figure it out at the half. Passing around here, our mystery player going to take a three-pointer. It's good. I don't know who to give it to, but three-pointer is good. There we go. There's a name. Get you in a moment here, Samantha. But 13-12, Waynesville trail Wades by 1. Brittany Davison, jumper, no good. Rebounded though underneath by Hurd. She'll get the bucket and the foul. So an offensive rebound there for Hurd. Ball is through with the basket. Back to 3. Can make it maybe 4 with the free throw here. Hurd a solid first quarter. She's across the double-digit line. She's got 11 now. She's not listed in the program either. Okay. So Hurd does hit the free throw. Such is life sometimes. We'll just write her down and give her some numbers for now. 7:07 left to go in the quarter. Maggie Gunn going to the left. Onto the block. Back outside. Bendoff for 3. That one rolls out. No good. Fight for the rebound. Hurd has it, but a foul's called here against Kirkwood. Foul called here. Who on? Addie Bivens, her second personal. 2 quick fouls here for Bivens, who just subbed in at the start of the quarter. So we get another substitution. Back in the game comes Caitlin Black. She replaces Reagan Grossfeiner. So now to inbound here. 6:58 left to go in the half. Riley Grossfeiner moving over toward her right. Going to pass it up the floor now to Black. Black going to find Hurd in motion. Middle of the lane. Stops at the free throw line. Going off to the corner now. Over to Davison. Back up top to Hurd. Hurd hanging on to it here. Needs to do something with it. 5 count's going to be called. Hurd not doing anything with it. Needed to dribble or something. Said just kind of held on to it. Was called for the 5 count, and here comes Kirkwood. 6:30 left to go in the first half. Bendoff on the right wing. Going across the court, over to Gunn. Jump fake. Now going to go on over to the left wing. Here's Bendoff. Another long range 3. No good, but an offensive rebound for Newland. Newland sends it off to Bendoff here on the right wing. Moving back toward her left. Foul called against Davison, trying to poke it loose. It'll be Davison's first personal, 3rd team foul. And checking in now, we'll get a couple players. Reagan Grossfeiner back in. Also for the first time, Madison Mulholland. Looks like Lurcher and Riley Grossfeiner checked out. Pass over to the right wing. Bendoff up and around the perimeter over to Samantha. That's what we'll call her from now on, until I figure out a last name for you. Newland, free throw line, back out to Samantha. Driving to her right, over to the corner now. Moving toward her left, Bivens, top of the key now once more. Into the corner, here's Bendoff. Step to the wing, over and across. Samantha driving baseline here, stops, trying to go over to the right block, throws up the shot from about 4, rattles it home. Addie Bivens good for 2, her first 2 of the ball game. And Waynesville's leads again 2, 16-14. Hurd moving to the right wing, top of the key, Black. Black, one dribble, inside over to Mulholland. Mulholland shot blocked away. Ball popped around, picked up by Bivens. Now a traveling violation called. And ball will go back over now to Waynesville. Waynesville calling a little bit of pressure there, causing a little bit of pressure there. Off the rebound. Force the travel, they'll get the ball back here. They'll inbound from underneath. Ball comes into Riley. Riley going inside, here's Hurd. Hurd on the left block, guarded by Puffer. Underhanded shot off the backboard, rolls out, no good. Rebounded by Kirkwood. Here's a pass down the floor, Newland. Block to block here. Samantha shot blocked out of bounds by Hurd. Flying in there. Remember, has to be careful, 2 personals. But Hurd caught all ball there. It'll still remain, though, with Kirkland. She'll inbound from the baseline, or should I say Kirkwood. Ball come into Newland here. Over back to the corner. Bendoff looking for another three. Too long, no good, but an offensive rebound for Puffer. Top of the key. Newland now for three. That one's off the rim. No good. Rebounded once more by Bendoff. That shot is good. So Waynesville going to need to find a way to get some defensive rebounds there. Can't give Kirkwood several opportunities at it like that one. And we're tied back up at 16 apiece. Pass going into Riley. Riley watching him go by before putting in the 5-foot shot. Solid pass from Reagan Grossfeiner to Riley Grossfeiner. Riley's got 4 tonight, 18-16. Bendoff, top of the key here, left wing, over to Newland. Pass going inside, Puffer, squaring up to the basket. To the left elbow, Bivens. Back outside now, here's Newland, picked up by Reagan. Driving to her left, bringing it back outside the wing, a pass up top to Bendoff. Almost halfway through this second quarter. To Newland, going to take the three in the lead, got it. So Waynesville again finds itself trailing here, 19-18 our score. As Black will bring it across half court. She'll be picked up by Bivens. Stopping at the volleyball line, a pass over to Riley, into the corner, Mulholland. Mulholland, a cross-court pass, Riley able to haul it in the opposite corner, over to Reagan now. Reagan has it stripped away, it's picked up here by Kirkwood. Pass down the floor here, ball ends up loose, but picked up by Bendoff in the corner. She'll dribble inside the three-point line, a bounce pass on over now to Newland. Newland going to bring it back outside, now looking to redrive. Bendoff, wing to wing, over to the right baseline, Puffer, quick jumper, that one's good. Puffer, first shot from the field tonight. She's got 3. Here comes Brianna Hurd on the attack. Dumping it off, block to block. Mulholland there to finish it off. Nice dish there from her to create some space for Mulholland. And Waynesville quickly cuts that lead back to 1, 21-20. Two evenly matched teams thus far. Here's Bendoff. Left baseline, Bivens. Now Puffer on the elbow. Moving toward her right, coming across the lane. Quickly back around the perimeter. Bendoff for 3 over the top of Reagan. Off the backboard and in. Kirkwood seemingly not able to miss right now. Bendoff has her second 3 of the game, 24-20. Again, that one off the backboard. Here comes Hurd on the attack, driving through. Underhanded shot through the lane, no good. Loose ball off the rebound, out of bounds. They'll say last touch here by Waynesville. Substitutions here, but now a timeout also taken. Timeout taken here by Waynesville. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, but Waynesville trails by 4 here with 2:57 to go in the second. You're listening to Waynesville Lady Tiger Basketball, 97.9 The Source.
Wondering where to go for care at Phelps Health? For non-life-threatening conditions that require ongoing care and prevention, like annual checkups or colds, make an appointment with one of our primary care providers. When you need immediate attention for non-life-threatening health matters, like a cut that may require stitches, our immediate care clinics in Rolla and Waynesville are here to help. And if you're experiencing life-threatening medical issues, the Phelps Health Emergency Department is committed to caring for you when you need it most. Visit phelpshealth.org to learn more.
Coming out of the timeout here, we'll have 2:57 left to go in the half when we come back. Waynesville trailing by 4 here at the moment, 24-20. Waynesville been outscored this quarter here, 15-7. It'll be Kirkwood with the basketball when we come back. They'll bring it the length of the floor here. Of course, Connor Harvick, 97.9 The Source. Back to starters here for Waynesville at the moment. Brittany Davison checking in after the timeout. Marissa Rhymes back in the ballgame here for the Pioneers. She'll bring it up the center of the floor. Going over to the left wing, over to Bendoff. See if that timeout for Waynesville cooled Kirkwood off a little bit. Able to hit pretty much every jumper at the time being. Here's a shot, no good, but another offensive rebound and a putback here for Bivens. Waynesville really just needing to keep Kirkwood off the boards as well here. Here comes her, though, back the other way. Whistle and a foul called here against Kirkwood. So Waynesville, foul on the floor, means they'll be inbounding from the baseline here. That's the third called against Bivens. I can get an inbound here, going over to her on the left wing. Pass over to Riley Grossfeiner now on the right wing. Hands it off to Black. Black coming back to her left. Going to bring it out beyond the volleyball line over to the left wing. Pass going inside the three-point line. Here's Hurd, double team, still fighting through it. Left side layup, too hard. Rebounded here by Puffer. Kirkwood moving it down the floor quickly here. Samantha, free throw line. Back out top to the left wing. Here's Rhymes. And the baseline, Bivens. Bivens throwing it inside here. Puffer. Look for the hook shot. Jumper instead. Rebounded by Hurd. Bendoff unable to get it go there. By the way, I do speak English, in fact. Here's Brianna Hurd bringing it slowly back the other way. Waynesville now trailing by 6, 26-20. A minute 40 left to go in the half. Hurd backing out beyond the three-point line. Three-point shot, no good. Rebounded by Bivens. Marissa Rhymes going coast to coast. Shot blocked out of bounds by Hurd. It'll be Kirkwood to inbound from the baseline. Maggie Gunn back in the ballgame. She replaces Bivens. The ball's inbounded here on the right elbow over to Puffer. Puffer out to Samantha. Pass inside. Maggie Gunn on the block. Shot up. No good. Rebounded by Black. And Waynesville a chance maybe to chip into this deficit before the half. A minute 15 here. Hurd coming up to the volleyball line. Pass to the right wing over to Reagan. Now over to Black, top of the key. Left wing over to Riley. Screen set. Riley moving to her right. To the right wing to Reagan now. Reagan looking for space on the baseline. Now backing out to the corner. Pass out to the wing once more. Here's Hurd. Screen set by Black. Hurd looking to attack the middle of the lane here. Goes all the way in. Whistle, bucket, and the foul. For the third time tonight. Brianna Hurd will find herself the bucket and the foul. Can maybe bring it back to one possession here. Hurd now with 14 points here tonight. Foul charged here to Brooke Bendoff. Bendoff's first, team's fifth. Hurd sets up for the free throw here. Goes up. It is good. So Hurd hits the free throw, make that 15 of 23 points for her tonight. And Waynesville's back within 3, 26-23. 45 seconds left to go here in this first half. Trying to go inside to Gunn. Ball stripped back out. Picked up by Riley. Riley trying to get it on away. She's going to be fouled. That'll be team foul number 6 here on Kirkwood. But more importantly at the moment, Waynesville's got control here. Maybe a chance to try to bring it back within 1 or maybe even tie it before the break. Presume we'll wait and see if Waynesville try to hang on here for the final shot. Foul was on Maggie Gunn, her first. Here comes Waynesville, slowly up the floor. Passing on over, Reagan Grossfeiner. Coming up top of the key, over to Riley now on the right wing. Into the corner, Black, guarded by Rhymes. Here's a pass back over to Reagan. Reagan ends up in a little bit of trouble there, able to strip it back away though. Finding Hurd on the baseline, one dribble, created some space, put it through. Back to within 1 now is Waynesville. Hurd now has 17 points. But Kirkwood getting to get the final shot of the half. Waynesville going to need to play good defense here. Caroline Puffer in the corner. Going up, opposite wing here. Maggie Rhymes setting up for 3. That one rims out, no good. Offensive rebound, though, for Puffer. Newland, three-pointer to end the period. That one's no good. It's 1 point here at the half. So a couple back-to-back buckets there for Waynesville. More specifically, Brianna Hurd brings the Lady Tigers back to within 1, 26-25. As we head on into the locker rooms, we will go ahead and see who comes out on top. But first, we're going to go ahead and take ourselves a couple minutes. We'll do what we always do. We'll come back. We'll go over some numbers here for you. And we'll set you up for quarter number 3. You're listening to Waynesville Lady Tiger Basketball. It's 97.9 The Source.
When the chaos is over and the dust settles, it's a relief to see that big old tree you've always loved still there, unharmed and confident. Confidence that brings about trust and comfort from a full-service bank right here in your own community. Your one stop for savings, checking, home equity and auto loans, and CDs and money markets. That's your protection from the storm.
The Bank of Iberia in 2 locations, Iberia and Waynesville. Come on in to the Bank of Iberia.
In sports, success is measured in the number of points scored, in games won, and in championships earned. At Shelter Insurance, we measure success in the quality of our products and services, in our community support, and being there when you need us. In fact, 9 out of 10 people surveyed with a claim would recommend Shelter to a friend. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For a free insurance review,
for auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, John Gregory, your Shelter Insurance agent in Crocker.
Or stop by and see me, Dave Howlett, your Shelter Insurance agent in Richland.
New Year's savings all the way through February at St. Robert Auto Supply, your Napa parts store. Get $20 to $25 rebates on the purchase of Legend and Legend Premium AGM and AAA branded automotive batteries. Since it's the coldest time of the year, several Napa brand battery chargers are on sale too, as well as booster cables. Save 50% on Napa night vision headlights. All the oil and antifreeze you'll ever need, you'll find at St. Robert Auto Supply. And pick up a gallon jug of Peak Window De-Icer Windshield Wash in anti-frost purple for $49. This and more at your Napa parts store, St. Robert Auto Supply, where you get the good stuff 7 days a week.
From short stacks to family memories, from cuddly companions to outdoor adventures, the Bank of Missouri is here for all of life's moments. As a local community bank, we work closely with our customers to understand their priorities and the changes that affect their finances. So whether you need us to be the bank of pancake breakfasts, the bank of new best friends, or the bank of fireside memories, the Bank of Missouri can help you live well, bank well.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
Back here once again at Eureka High School here in Eureka, Missouri. 26-25 our score. Waynesville, they currently trail by 1. Led briefly in the first quarter, but Kirkwood really hitting their shots. In the second quarter of play, kind of went through a stretch where they could do no wrong, but Waynesville able to bring it back. Couple back-to-back buckets there. Brianna Hurd brings it back to 1. Here at the break. So again, Connor Harbin here with you, 97.9 The Source. Let's go ahead and take a look here at some individual numbers from that first half here for you. As we take a look here first for Waynesville. 13 points in the first, 25 at the half here. Leading the way, you're only on double-digit score. 17 points for Brianna Hurd here at the moment. She has definitely had it going on here tonight. And so hopefully we can get that continued production from her in the third and fourth quarter. Of course, 3 other scores tonight for the Lady Tigers. 4 points for Riley Grossfeiner. She was able to hit herself a couple of shots on the block here today. Then you have 2 scores with 2 apiece. Brittany Davison had a bucket in the first quarter, and Madison Mulholland had a shot there in the second quarter off the nice drive and assist from, again, Brianna Hurd. So, again, 25 points at the half here for Waynesville. Kirkwood, meanwhile, they've got 26. Here at this moment in time. Nobody in double digits just yet, but your leading scorer, that's Brooke Bendoff. Couple threes for her here today and a 2-pointer as well. So Bendoff currently sitting with 8 points here in this one. You have 5 other scorers. Anna Newland with 5. 4 points for Addie Bivens. And you have 3 points apiece for Maggie Gunn, Caroline Puffer, and then Samantha, insert last name here. I need to go get that here when I go on to another break, which is what we're going to do now. Of course, we're going to take ourselves another break, but not before I again mention here. Just want to make sure that everybody's kind of aware of the situation. The winner of this game moves on to play Saturday. We now know it'll be against the Eureka Lady Wildcats. But what I do want you to know is if Waynesville does make it through, we will be carrying that game, but because of a Cardinals spring training game on that Saturday, we will go ahead and move Waynesville over to 102.3. So, if you're used to tuning in for Waynesville football, you know that is where we normally put the football team. We will do the same again here for Waynesville Lady Tiger basketball. It'll be a noon tip-off. Of course, there is a conflict there. The Cardinals, they start at noon. Waynesville starts at noon. So we'll just go ahead and move the Lady Tigers on over to 102.3 so we can bring both there to you. But now we'll go ahead and take ourselves a break. We'll come back here in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Waynesville Lady Tiger basketball. It's 97.9 The Source.
Gasco Sage Electric is owned by their consumer members who use their electricity and other services. They've been providing services to Camden, Marys, Miller, Phelps, and Pulaski counties since 1945. Much like electricity, Gasco Sage considers broadband internet to be an essential service, not just in the big cities, but right here in the rural communities they serve. They work hard at making a difference in the futures of the communities they serve. As a new G-Tech Fiber customer, you can soon be part of their high-speed fiber-to-home broadband network. Give them a call today, 573-759-7146.
Turn on the heat. Call AirServe Heating and Air in West Waynesville and get your existing system checked and serviced. If it's time to step up and get a new system, the Luxair high-performance heating and air equipment is top of the line. Luxair sets the standard year in and year out with new features and innovations in the industry and has since 1954. Your Luxair system is just a phone call away at AirServe Heating and Air at 433-3613 or stop by the office on Historic Route 66 in West Waynesville and ask about the Luxair Advantage. Mailbox It in St. Robert is now your complete shipping headquarters. Mailbox It is a UPS authorized shipping agent. They can ship your package UPS, accept UPS drop-offs, and can accept UPS returns with a shipping label. Add FedEx and the United States Postal Service, and why go anywhere else? Mailbox It is the go-to resource for packing, shipping, printing, and business service needs. Mailbox It is a copy, print, and document service center. They can even print your photos and canvases. Mailbox It, 213 Suite 3, St. Robert Boulevard.
The trucks are coming in and coming in. Lowe Chevrolet in Waynesville has vehicles on the lot with your name on it. Stop by and check out the selection. Take your pick and drive off the lot today with a new or pre-owned vehicle of your choice. Lowe Chevrolet can help you with financing, service, and so much more. Serving the community you live in for over 30 years. Lowe Chevrolet off I-44, exit 156 in Waynesville.
Fall is in the air, but this family is in turmoil. Here's Mom, Dad, and even little Sally. Why are they upset? Well, there's the laundry, the dishes, the floors, the office, the yard work and PTA, the homework, soccer, and dance class. And nobody has time to cook a good meal. All right, family, now huddle up. Here's the plan.
Home Plate Grill of Dixon is not only the place to get a great home-cooked meal anytime, but you also get outstanding service that is quick and affordable. Home Plate Grill of Dixon, down-home comfort food and exceptional service that keeps you coming back again and again.
Hi, this is Brad Shelton at the Marys County Bank. Every day, the Marys County Bank touches every corner of your life and supports you as you turn your life's goals into accomplishments. Whether it's purchasing your first car, opening a small business, buying a home, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. From your first car to a new life after retirement, the Marys County Bank is there for all your life's milestones with our full line of products. Stop by one of our 10 locations and see how the Marys County Bank can support your dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Once again, welcome back here to Eureka High School. 26-25 our score. The Waynesville Lady Tigers, they face a 1-point deficit heading on into quarter number 3. But we will see what adjustments these two teams have made at the break. We'll see if Waynesville can't once again regain that driver's seat. Do believe the basketball will be with Waynesville to start out here in this third quarter. Of course, we will see. But hey, before we get on to the floor, I want to go and remind you that we're not done with Waynesville sports here this, in 2023. Of course, we got football coming up in the fall, but in the spring, we're looking at Waynesville Tiger baseball. Just letting you know, make sure to stay tuned. Of course, I'm still kind of working on the schedule, kind of working out what games we're going to be covering, maybe what games we're going to be covering the Frisco League. Of course, Frisco baseball starting up this spring as well. I'm still kind of in the works on all that, but do be on the lookout because we will 100% be covering some baseball here this spring. Of course, I'll get some more mileage on my poor little Ford EcoSport. Already got enough mileage in the last couple of days. I'll tell you what, I'm probably not leaving town the next couple of days. Of course, I'll have to if Waynesville pulls it out, but that'll be another 2-hour trip that I'm just very happy to take. So we'll see if Waynesville can pull it out here. Brianna Hurd on the sideline. She'll be the one to inbound. Looks to be starters on the floor here for Waynesville. Going to be very much the same case here for Kirkwood. Again, Connor Harbert here with you, 97.9 The Source. So the ball's inbounded here to Brittany Davison. We'll get underway. Again, Waynesville trailing by 1, 26-25. Brittany Davison on the left wing, going to bring it back. Top of the key, now on over to Black. Black driving to her left, runs into Bendoff here, has to pass it on back over to Reagan Grosvenor. Reagan on back over to Black now, into the corner, Davison. Trying to go for the lob inside to Hurd, finds Riley Grosvenor instead, but her shot's going to be no good. Almost a happy little accident for Waynesville, but here comes Brooke Bendoff on the drive, back the other way, whistle and a foul. Kirkwood heading to the line, shooting 2. Trying to lob it into Hurd on the other side of the floor. Ball ended up going over the top of her. ending up in the hands of Riley Grossfeiner, who was on the right block. But she was unable to complete the basket there, complete the shot, and instead we're having 2 free throws on the other side of the floor. Foul was on Caitlin Black, her first. As the first free throw for Bendoff falls out, no good. Bendoff leading scorer tonight for the Pioneers. She's got 8 at the moment. Setting up for number 2 now. It's up, and it is good. That'll make it a 2-point Kirkwood lead now. Bendoff with 9, 27-25. Ball's quickly inbounded here. Coming up the floor is Waynesville. Riley Grossfeiner passing it off over to Black. Black fading to her right. Now on over to Davison. Davison, here's Riley on the left wing. Going across the lane. Hurd hauls it in. Double team. Throws up the shot. Fade away. Got it to go. Nice little shot there for Hurd. First and foremost, avoiding the double team. But, of course, secondly, hitting the shot in the end. 19 points now for Hurd. And we're tied up 27 apiece. Marissa Rhymes with the basketball here for the Pioneers. She picks up the dribble in the corner. Going up to the top of the key, on over to Anna Newland. Driving to her left here, corner, over to Bendoff. Remember, got to get a hand in the face of Bendoff. She has a couple threes tonight. Here's Rhymes on the right wing. Ball tipped by Riley, but still finds the hands of Maggie Gunn. She'll bring it back to the wing. Here's a pass across the lane. Tipped, stolen away by Davison. Davison gets her hands on it here. Here comes Waynesville. Chance maybe to put themselves back out in front now. We've had a couple lead changes here tonight, but Waynesville's been trailing for a little bit. Be their first lead, I believe, since the early second quarter. Black going to hand it on over to Riley. Riley for 3. Off the rim, no good. Reagan flying in, trying to get the rebound. She'll be charged for a foul instead. Foul's called on Reagan Grossfeiner, her first. Team's second here in the third quarter. And the ball heads back over with Kirkwood. Rhymes bring it up the middle of the floor. Top of the key. Over now to Newland. Bounce pass inside. Puffer over to the opposite wing. Bendoff looking for 3. Got it. Bendoff has her third 3 of the game, and Kirkwood again leads by 3. 30-27. Hurd going to go over to the right wing. Over to Black now. Black bringing it back toward her left. Rounding around the perimeter. Here is Reagan. Reagan going to put the ball on the floor. Top of the key. Davison. Right wing Black. Opposite corner. Over to Riley now. Riley up top to Reagan. Left wing Black. Here is Davison. Davison guarded by Bendoff. Going to go to the wing. Over to Black now. 4 out, 1 in at the moment for Waynesville. Reagan Grossfeiner picks up the dribble. Pass into the corner over to Riley. Long possession here for Waynesville. Here's Reagan looking for a left baseline. Trying to lob it up here to Hurd. Going to be fouled. Fouled by Puffer here. That'll be Kirkwood's first foul. Actually, excuse me. That'll be Puffer's second personal of the day. But first team foul here in the second half. Waynesville to inbound from the baseline. Hurd going into Reagan. Reagan off to Riley. Going inside the paint. Over to Hurd. Hurd back out. Long 2 for Caitlin Black. Back of the rim. Rebounded by Puffer. Puffer, though, has it stripped away from behind. Davison able to strip it away and pick it back up. Over to Hurd. Hurd jumper from the right elbow is good. Davison, tell you what, several steals here today. Diving on the floor for that one that time. And creating another 2 for Brianna Hurd. She's got 21. As Kirkwood crosses half court, we'll have a timeout taken here by the Pioneers. That'll be the Pioneers' first timeout of the ball game. It'll be a 30-second timeout. 4:54 left to go in the third. Waynesville, they trail by 1. 30-29 our score. You're listening to Lady Tiger Basketball, 97.9 The Source.
An independent company, family-owned and operated. That's Frisco Fuel, LLC in Stoutland, bringing the fuel you need to the farm and the business to keep things running and the production moving forward. Frisco Fuel, LLC is a fuel delivery service located on Keepsake Road in the Frisco Lee community of Stoutland. Their high-quality products, reliable on-time deliveries, competitive prices, and friendly customer service set them apart from all the competition. And with 24/7 service, Frisco Fuel is there when you need them, and they're just a phone call away at 417-763-3835. When the fuel on the farm or your business is running low, call Frisco Fuel, and the delivery trucks will be on their way.
4:54 left to go in the third as we come back for the timeout. Kirkwood with the basketball. They lead at the moment by 1 over Waynesville, 30-29. Connor Harbert, 97.9 The Source. Anna Newland into the corner over to Maggie Gunn. Gunn across the court, over to Rhymes. Rhymes driving in, stops on about the right elbow. Passing it outside, on over to Newland. Newland back out to Bendoff. Bendoff into the corner, over for Rhymes. Rhymes going to push the three forward. She's got another one. A line drive three somehow finds its way in. And that puts Kirkwood up by 4, 33-29. Hurd coming across here, directing traffic. She'll go over to the left wing to Riley. Riley going to put the ball on the floor here, going to the free throw line. Across the lane over to Kayla Brown, who checks in after the timeout. First time we've seen Kayla Brown here tonight. Pass going over to Riley here. Riley going to need to pick it up. There does. Beats the 5 count. Pass off to Hurd. Hurd through contact. The jumper on the baseline. No good. Rebounded by Kirkwood. Pass down the floor here. It's overthrown. Ball coming back with Waynesville. Another substitution here. Waynesville quickly sending Reagan Grossfeiner back in the ball game, as well as Lauren Lurcher. Brown comes out of the ball game, as does Davison. Riley inbounds it here to Hurd. Hurd coming across. We're officially halfway through quarter number 3. Waynesville again trailing by 4. It's 33-29. Pass on to Riley Grossfeiner. Ball knocked away, picked up by the Pioneers. Here's another pass down the floor. Black trying to get a hand on it. Puffer ends up with it, though. Right side layup off the front of the rim, rebounded by Black. Black, though, under duress, will have a jump ball, and that arrow points toward Kirkwood. Bendoff to inbound, quickly throws it into Puffer. Puffer into the left corner, over to Bendoff. Guarded by Reagan, up top here to Rhymes. She'll back it beyond the volleyball line. Rhymes just going to take the 3, another line drive 3. That one's rebounded by Black. Black able to create space this time. She'll come up the floor herself. Black on the wing, going wing to wing, over to Hurd. Hurd up top here to Riley. Riley coming to her right. Going to give it off now, Reagan Grossfeiner. Reagan has the ball poked away once again. Another Waynesville turnover. This time stolen here by Newland. Newland going across the lane here. Left side layup is good. Here for Rhymes. So Rhymes has herself another 2 points. She's got 5 for the game, and Waynesville faces its largest deficit here at 6. 35-29. Reagan going wing to wing here. Riley hauls it in, trying to go inside to Hurd. Another ball's tipped up. Hurd trying to save it, though. But they'll say she stepped out of bounds with it. And Waynesville comes up with another turnover. 4 straight turnovers here for Waynesville. They need to find something out here offensively. Maybe they'll have a chance here with a timeout taken by Waynesville. Coach Batlock wants to talk things over here with the Lady Tigers. It'll be a full timeout. We'll take 60 ourselves and come right back. You're listening to Waynesville Lady Tiger Basketball. It's 97.9 The Source.
Role models are more important than ever in today's society. You can serve as a role model for others the next time you display good sportsmanship at a high school athletic event. Good sports are winners and are also vital to preserving our fine sports traditions. So the next time you attend a sporting event, remember to be a good sport and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
What if you stepped out of the picture tonight? How would you want to be remembered? And who would make decisions about planning your funeral service? This is Martin Vernon, owner of Memorial Chapels and Crematory. We help families create meaningful services that respect and honor the memory of their loved one's life. At Memorial Chapels and Crematory, we offer our support and guidance when your family needs us the most.
When it comes to great deals on the best-selling trucks 46 years running, Ed Morse Ford in St. Robert has your back. I'm Mike Freeman, and I'd like to invite you to come in during Ford Truck Month. Hurry in now to take advantage of 0% financing for 36 months on new 2022 F-150s, or choose 3.9 for 72 months plus a $1,000 Ford rebate and huge Ed Morse discounts. For a truckload of savings, don't miss Truck Month going on now at Ed Morse Ford St. Robert. Get backed by Morse today. Offer ends March 31st.
A quick basket here as we come back for Kirkwood. Waynesville now trailing by 8, 37-29. It's a 7-0 run at the moment. Here's another Waynesville turnover. That's 5 straight turnovers now for the Lady Tigers. Bivens giving it off. Baseline, another basket. Waynesville trailing now by double digits. Well, when you turn the ball over 5 times in a row, you certainly open yourself up to a run. And that's what we've seen here. 9-0 run now for Kirkwood. Waynesville back on offense here. Riley Grossfeiner moving to her right. Moving around the wings here. Here comes Hurd. Has it stripped, but picks it back up. Free throw line, trying to drive through. Whistle, foul called against Kirkwood. Kirkwood fans wanted to travel. I'll say she traveled because she was fouled. But it's going to be a foul called here against Kirkwood. Third foul called against Puffer. So it'll be Hurd to inbound here from the baseline. Lobs one up, ball tip, but picked up by Black. Black coming inside the three-point line, throws up the shot, no good on the runner. Down the floor, bend off, wide open space, right side layup, good. Waynesville just falling apart at the seams at the moment. They now trail by 12. Kirkwood scoring effortlessly here at the moment. Waynesville laboring in everything they do. Brianna Hurd driving through, she'll be fouled and will head to the line. Foul's called on Marissa Rhymes, her first. Hurd steps to the line for two. First shot away. That one's good. Add another one to Hurd's total tonight. Make that 22 out of Waynesville's 30. I have a sub here. And by the way, we'll have Samantha check back in. They didn't have a name for me when I went over there. They kind of looked at me like I was crazy. So we'll just call her Samantha the rest of the way. Maybe we'll catch a last name if she gets announced by our PA man over there. AKA, I had to come back before they could give me a name. 41-31 here. Ball ends up loose. Picked up by Waynesville. They come up with a turnover. No, a foul called against Kirkwood here. Waynesville runs into contact. They do get the turnover. And maybe a chance to bring it back to single digits here. 41-31. Minute 20 left to go in the third. Maggie Gunn checking back in, replacing Bivens, who does pick up her fourth foul. Here comes Riley Grossfeiner across center court. Picking up the dribble, handing it over to Hurd. Hurd facing the basket now to the center court. Lost the ball on the dribble. Out of bounds it goes. And the ball will be coming back here with Kirkwood. Before we get back to action here, one of our officials talking with Hurd. Ball's inbound here to Gunn. Gunn double teamed in the corner, throwing it across the floor over to Newland. Center court over to the right wing to Gunn. Gunn backing it out to the wing now, moving toward her left. Top the key, Newland. Newland on to bend off inside Puffer. Puffer out to the opposite wing. Samantha driving to her right, stops on the block, packs to the left wing. Here's Bendoff. Bendoff going to back beyond the volleyball line here. Looks like they may hang on for the final shot. Waynesville going to come up and guard here, as they should. Don't want to let Kirkwood waste too much time. At least force him to do anything here. Anna Newland, right wing three, off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Hurd. Hurd going to haul it down, looking down the floor, but now going to slow it up. Hurd moving over toward the right wing here, picks up the dribble, handing it off over to Reagan now. Reagan, dangerous pass again, stolen by Newland. The lazy passes wing to wing have been Waynesville's downfall. Here's a missed layup, though, picked back up by Reagan. Reagan has it stripped away from behind, trying to get it back. They'll pick up a foul. Lazy wing-to-wing passes have led to several Waynesville turnovers here in this quarter. Reagan picks up her second personal foul, team third. And Kirkwood will have a chance here for the final bucket of the quarter with 10.4 on the clock. Waynesville wants any chance of a comeback here tonight. They're going to have to start zinging those passes around. Here's a ball knocked out of bounds on the inbounds pass, but it will stay here with Kirkwood. Maximize your chances. I've been preaching that all season long. Feels like pretty much every game. Frisco League, Waynesville boys, Waynesville girls. Rhymes driving in, right side layup, no good. Rebounded though by Rhymes. Trying to get it back out to Puffer. Shot's not going to get off in time, but it'll be a 10-point lead for Kirkwood here at the break. So Waynesville, well, need to cut down the turnovers if you want your season to continue on. You need to find some scoring as well. You now trail by 10. Waynesville outscored 15-5 in that third quarter. It's 41-31. 8 minutes to play here in Eureka. You're listening to Waynesville Lady Tiger Basketball. It's 97.9 The Source.
Wondering where to go for care at Phelps Health? For non-life-threatening conditions that require ongoing care and prevention, like annual checkups or colds, make an appointment with one of our primary care providers. When you need immediate attention for non-life-threatening health matters, like a cut that may require stitches, our immediate care clinics in Rolla and Waynesville are here to help. And if you're experiencing life-threatening medical issues, the Phelps Health Emergency Department is committed to caring for you when you need it most. Visit phelpshealth.org to learn more.
When the chaos is over and the dust settles, it's a relief to see that big old tree you've always loved still there, unharmed and confident. Confidence that brings about trust and comfort from a full-service bank right here in your own community. Your one stop for savings, checking, home equity and auto loans, and CDs and money markets. That's your protection from the storm.
The Bank of Iberia in 2 locations, Iberia and Waynesville. Come on in to the Bank of Iberia.
Fourth quarter here in Eureka. Waynesville, again, not the quarter they maybe wanted out of the half. Outscored at 15-5 in that third period. Several turnovers. But you still have 8 minutes here to perhaps create something. We'll see if they're capable of doing it here. Connor Harbin here with you, 97.9 The Source. Reagan Grossfeiner, top of the key, going over to the left side, over to Black. Black handing it off here over to Riley Grossfeiner. Back over to Reagan now. Reagan going inside to Hurd. Hurd backing down here, throws up the shot. No good. Going for her rebound. Pulls it in herself. Still under a lot of pressure underneath. Hurd trying to save it there on the baseline. She does throw it off of a Kirkwood player. Hurd, great hustle play there. Essentially quadruple teamed inside. But still at least able to give the ball back to the Lady Tigers here. Ball's quickly inbound here to Reagan. Over to Davison now. Davison back to the corner, Hurd, driving baseline, whistle and a foul charge. Picked up here by Puffer. That'll be team foul number 5. Puffer picks up her 4th. Get a substitution here before we get going here. Checking in for the first time, Reagan Redmond. Hurd again to inbound. She'll toss it into Riley. Riley on the wing. Over to the corner, Reagan. Top of the key, Black. Black on over to the right wing. Over to Hurd. Hurd driving all the way through here. Layup left it short. Ball popped down on the rebound, but picked up by Riley. Ball ends up loose on the floor. It's still loose. Picked up eventually here by Kirkwood. Volleyball line over to Rhymes. Rhymes to the left wing. For the baseline, now Gunn. Here's Newland. Up top, Rhymes. Gunn, left corner, up top here. A minute gone by now in this fourth. Trying to look inside there for Redmond, who, by the way, 6'2", the tallest player on this Kirkwood roster. Instead, Kirkwood very content to pass it around the perimeter. Of course, they are in the driver's seat here. Here's the ball going into Redmond. Guarded by Hurd, gets it back outside to Rhymes. Rhymes setting up for 3, off the left side of the rim. Rebounded by Hurd. Hurd has it poked away from behind. Another Waynesville turnover. Redmond picks it up here, brings it to the block, whistle, and a foul called against Waynesville. Can't have any more turnovers. Straight up. That's the only way I can say it at this point. Foul's going to be on Davison. You had a chance to bring it back here after stopping Kirkwood, but you give it right on back to him. And that only takes more time off the clock as well. Kirkwood, no real hurry to do much of anything. They're perfectly content to pass it around the perimeter before finding a pass inside. That they do. Redmond, the shot no good. Rebounded by Black, though, and now a foul charge here to Redmond. Trying to get it back away from Black after the rebound. That'll be team foul number 6. That does open up an interesting avenue, maybe perhaps for Waynesville. Actually, the foul, by the way, going to be on Maggie Gunn. Does open up an interesting avenue. One more foul and Waynesville shooting free throws. See if maybe that plays a part. Here's Davison on the left elbow. Ball on the 4. Back to the baseline here. Reagan Grossfeiner to the free throw line. Riley going to take the jumper. It's good. Back to single digits now. The lead is 8. We'll have a timeout taken here by Waynesville. Riley Grossfeiner now with 6 points here tonight. Waynesville trailing by 8 here with 6 minutes left to go in this contest. We'll take ourselves a Full 60-second timeout. Come back in just a moment. You're listening to Waynesville Lady Tiger Basketball. It's 97.9 The Source.
In sports, success is measured in the number of points scored, in games won, and in championships earned. At Shelter Insurance, we measure success in the quality of our products and services, in our community support, and being there when you need us. In fact, 9 out of 10 people surveyed with a claim would recommend Shelter to a friend. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For a free insurance review,
For auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, John Gregory, your shelter insurance agent in Crocker.
Or stop by and see me, Dave Howlett, your shelter insurance agent in Richland.
New Year's savings all the way through February at St. Robert Auto Supply, your Napa parts store. Get $20 to $25 rebates on the purchase of Legend and Legend Premium AGM and AAA branded automotive batteries. Since it's the coldest time of the year, several Napa brand battery chargers are on sale too, as well as booster cables. Save 50% on Napa night vision headlights. All the oil and antifreeze you'll ever need, you'll find at St. Robert Auto Supply. And pick up a gallon jug of Peak Window De-Icer Windshield Wash in anti-frost purple for $49. This and more at your Napa parts store, St. Robert Auto Supply, where you get the good stuff 7 days a week.
Waynesville going for the press, but it's broken here by Kirkwood, and a foul means the Pioneers will head to the line. They will shoot too as we get back to it here. 41-33 our score, 5:53 left to go in the fourth. And it'll be Reagan Redmond heading to the line shooting two as Riley Grossfeiner picks up her first personal. Again, off third quarter for Waynesville really has created the situation they find themselves in here at the moment. So Redmond does hit the first free throw. Makes the lead 9, 42-33. Second free throw no good. Off the rim it goes, picked up by Hurd. So the lead again 9 here, 42-33. Reagan Grossfeiner passing up top of the key over to Black. Black going to her left, lob coming into Hurd. Hurd, the catch and shoot. Don't count the bucket, but do count the foul. You hear that one all the way over here. She'll be heading to the line. That'll be a foul across the arm here, called against Maggie Gunn, her third. Now we'll time out here before we shoot those free throws. So Waynesville can potentially bring it back to within 7 here from the free throw line. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. Tell you what, I'll keep it right here for you. Of course, no real reason to panic just yet for Waynesville. You still have 5:36 here. Of course, we've shown that we've now seen that Waynesville is very willing to go on the full court press on a make. You just got to play. Limit the turnovers. Make your shots, especially from the free throw line. Again, we now know Waynesville, they are in the bonus. And so, if you can create some fouls, you can force Kirkwood to foul, you're going to get chances to add some free points and stop that clock. Case in point, right here, right now, it's going to be 2 free throws for Brianna Hurd. Clock stopped at 5:36. Back from the timeout here. Again, Hurd 23 points tonight. Add on here. First free throw is good. That'll bring it back to 8 now. 42-34. Second free throw. Off the rim, but falls through. Hurd going to go 2 for 2 now. Hit her last 5 free throws, 5 of 6 total. Here comes Anna Newland, driving left baseline, has to back it out to the baseline. Pass down the floor, does find Gunn. Now over to Rhymes on the left wing. Kirkwood going to back it out here. Again, your lead is 7, 42-35. Pass going inside, Redmond, driving to her right, hands it off to Bendoff. Bendoff for 3, front of the rim, no good. Good box out there, Riley Grossfeiner. She's going to be able to haul in the rebound. Waynesville can perhaps bring it back to 2 possessions here. Currently trailing by 7, 5 minutes left to go. Black, top of the key, handing it off over to Reagan. Reagan, one dribble, now to Riley. Riley looking at the basket there, instead brings it back down to Black. Black going to her right, off to Reagan, catch and shoot for 3, got it to go! Back to within 4 now, 42-38. Glad to see Riley Grossfeiner hitting the 3, now here's a steal for Davison. Waynesville back on the attack, pass going into Hurd on the right block, throwing up the shot, it's good! Back to 2, 42-40. Just like that, Waynesville found themselves back in it. We'll have a whistle and whistle and a foul. A technical called against what? They call a technical on Coach Davison. Excuse me, Coach Matlock. I think they did. Wow. So that'll bring Kirkwood to the free throw line as Newland does miss the first. So at the very least, it will stay one possession. Newland's second free throw. That one is good. That'll be the 16th foul here on Waynesville. And they'll get the ball back here, leading by 3. 43-40, 4:36 left to go in the fourth. Here's Bendoff, top of the key, to the right wing, over to Newland. Moving toward her left here, top of the key now. Guarded closely by Reagan. Pass off to the left wing, Rhymes coming back to her right. Ball poked away, but Rhymes picks it back up underneath the bucket. Now the whistle and a foul, we're shooting 1-1. Foul's going to be called here on Davison, that'll be her third. It'll be Rhymes shooting 1-1. So both teams now in the bonus here, 4:21. Rhymes is first to the 1-1, no good, rebounded by Hurd. So Waynesville maybe can bring it back to within 1, maybe tie with a 3. Hurd, though, looking for the 2, going all the way in, whistle, foul, we're shooting 2. Hurd really just looking to put the team on the back here at the moment, going all the way through the floor. Again, the foul's going to be charged to Marissa Rhymes here. That's her second. Team 8. First free throw. Off the back of the rim, no good. So best Waynesville can do here at the moment is 2. Hurd going through the motion, shot away. It is also no good. Rebounded here by Addie Bivens. Waynesville missing a chance there to maybe cut into the deficit, but it's still a one-possession game here. 43-40, 4:07 left to go now. Almost halfway through this fourth quarter. Left wing, Brooke Bendoff going up top of the key. Back on over to Bivens now. Bivens over to Newland. Newland off to the left corner. Rhymes, ball on the floor, driving all the way through. Left side layup, left it long, gets her own rebound. Second try of asking, that one's no good. Out of bounds it goes. They'll say last touch here by Kirkwood. Waynesville will get control once more. Waynesville quickly inbounding it now. Again, under 4 minutes, 3:45 to be precise. But just need to play clean, smart basketball here at this time. Here is Davison handing on. Left wing, up top, Black now. Black picks up the dribble here. Dangerous pass, but Riley's there to haul it in. Riley looking to drive here, gets to the block. Picks up the dribble, trying to go back up the lane. Stolen away by Rhymes. Rhymes fouled from behind by Davison. That sends him to the line for 1-1. Davison going to pick up her fourth now. That'll bring Lauren Lurcher back in the ballgame. 3:23 now on the clock. Rhymes again back at the line, 0 for 1 tonight from the free throw line. 5 points tonight total. First free throw. Rims out, no good, rebounded by Hurd. So ultimately a good foul there for Davison. I don't think she's going to like picking up her fourth, but it does get Waynesville the ball back. Black takes it now on the left wing. She'll fade back toward the center of the floor. Over to Reagan Grossfeiner now. Couple dribbles, back over to Black. Black picking up the dribble here, under pressure. Lob pass going into Hurd. Hurd the catch. Hurd the shot. Puts it in. Back to 1. Waynesville, a furious comeback attempt here. Here comes Newland, though, coast to coast. Off to the right block. Shot tipped away. Waynesville trying to pick up the rebound. Picked up by Lurcher. Lurcher going to find Hurd. Waynesville running into contact. Whistle and a foul. We're going to shoot 1-1. So Waynesville a chance maybe to take the lead from the free throw line now. It didn't catch who caught a hand on it, but it's going to be a timeout taken here by Kirkwood. But the momentum is in the hands of Waynesville. It'll be Brianna Hurd at the free throw line when we come back. 2:50 left to go here in this contest. It's a full timeout. We'll take 60. You're listening to Waynesville Lady Tiger Basketball, 97.9 The Source.
From short stacks to family memories, from cuddly companions to outdoor adventures, the Bank of Missouri is here for all of life's moments. As a local community bank, we work closely with our customers to understand their priorities and the changes that affect their finances. So whether you need us to be the bank of pancake breakfasts, the bank of new best friends, or the bank of fireside memories, the Bank of Missouri can help you live well, bank well.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
Out of the timeout here, again taken by Kirkwood. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. We're heading to the free throw line here. Got to be Waynesville at the line, shooting 1-1. 1 free throw would tie it, and 2 would put Waynesville back out in front. Hunter Harbin here with you, 97.9 The Source. Remember, outscored 15-5, trailing by 10 points heading into this quarter. They've outscored Kirkwood in this quarter 11-2. Again, Hurd at the line here. 2:50 left to go in the contest. First free throw for Hurd is good. Tied back up here at 43. Kirkwood trying to steal it and trying to inbound it there. Well, we'll all come back to the line here. Hurd sets up for number 2. Hurd's second free throw. That one's good. Waynesville jumps back out in front. 44-43. Comeback complete. Now need to hold on to this lead, however. Newland driving to her left. Off to Bendoff. Across half court. Over to Rhymes. Rhymes going to bring it to the right wing now. Picked up by Riley. Up top over to Newland. To the left wing. On to Bendoff. Bendoff back to Newland now. Newland guarded by Black as she moves toward the right wing. Now going to go into the corner. Trying to go inside. They find Puffer. Shot over Lurcher. Too short. Trying to get her own rebound, but it's picked up by Riley Grosvenor. Coming up with a big rebound here. Here comes Waynesville back on offense. Again, Waynesville clean, smart basketball has got them the lead back. Need to continue to do that. Definitely not set in stone just yet. We still got 2 full minutes. Here comes the lob to Hurd. Can't bring it in, but able to rope it in the corner. Going across the lane now. Riley, the catch and shoot. Shot is too short, and it's rebounded here by Bendoff. Bendoff up the middle of the floor herself here. Hurd trying to poke it away from behind. Can't do so. Bendoff going to dribble into the corner. Now Rhymes, top of the key, moving toward her right. Under 2 minutes now to go. Bendoff driving to her right. Layup good. Kirkwood back out in front. Bendoff with 14 points here. Waynesville again trails by 1. It's 45-44. Here's Hurd at the volleyball line. Pass to the right wing. Over to Black. Black free throw line. Riley Grosvenor looking for the backdoor cut. Didn't find it. Here's a whistle and a traveling call against Riley. I'll give the ball back over now to the Pioneers. 90 seconds left to go here. Bendoff catching it in stride, trying to throw it left block here. Bivens might have traveled with it, but puts it in. That's the call Hurd wanted, didn't get it. I think she has a reasonable argument there. Especially after calling it here the other way. Now it travels called against Waynesville. And I'll tell you what, how are you going to miss it on the other side but call that one there? I'm a whistle. Timeout taken here by Waynesville. So, much like catch rules in football, maybe we need to find out what traveling rules are, but Waynesville now finds itself trailing by 3, 47-44, with 1:10 here left to go. It's a full timeout. Let's go ahead and take 60 ourselves. Come right back. The exciting conclusion to this one, you're listening to Waynesville Lady Tiger Basketball, 97.9 The Source.
Gasco Sage Electric is owned by their consumer members who use their electricity and other services. They've been providing services to Camden, Marys, Miller, Phelps, and Pulaski counties since 1945. Much like electricity, Gasco Sage considers broadband internet to be an essential service, not just in the big cities, but right here in the rural communities they serve. They work hard at making a difference in the futures of the communities they serve. As a new G-Tech Fiber customer, you can soon be part of their high-speed fiber-to-home broadband network. Give them a call today, 573-759-7146.
Turn on the heat. Call AirServe Heating and Air in West Waynesville and get your existing system checked and serviced. If it's time to step up and get a new system, the Luxair high-performance heating and air equipment is top of the line. Luxair sets the standard year in and year out with new features and innovations in the industry and has since 1954. Your Luxair system is just a phone call away at AirServe Heating and Air at 433-3613 or stop by the office on Historic Route 66 in West Waynesville and ask about the Luxair Advantage.
Ball coming up the floor as we get back to it. Caroline Puffer open on the right block, puts it in for 2. Back with you here. Timeouts, they don't last a minute anymore. Under a minute left to go. Waynesville trailing by 5. Brianna Hurd, quick three. Off the rim, falls out. Rebounded by Bendoff. Waynesville quickly trying to guard here, but Bendoff pushing it up the right side of the floor here. Brings it back to the wing. Top of the key, here's Rhymes. They need to foul, they do. We're heading to the line. We're going to be shooting 1-1. Fouls on Black, her second. So Rhymes stands at the line. 2 free throws here would make it a 3-possession game. First one's up. First one is good. (50-44) now with 42.1 seconds left to go. Second free throw. Well to the right, rebounded by Hurd. So it stays 2 possessions here, but Waynesville going to need some hero shooting. Hurd driving through, layup off the bottom of the rim, falls out. We're heading to the line shooting 2. Yeah. Foul's going to be on Addie Bivens, who picks up her 5th. She'll foul out tonight. Going to be Brianna Hurd at the line. She's going to be shooting 2. Kayla Brown in the ball game here. Of course, Brown, senior. One of 2 seniors. This Waynesville team. Hurd's first free throw, rims out. Second free throw now. That one is good. Back to 5 we go, 50-45. Hurd now with 32 points here tonight. Waynesville trying to find the steal first. They actually do find it. Hurd, open right side layup. It's good. Back to 3. So Waynesville comes up with a steal. Hurd now with 34 tonight. Here's Bendoff going to the right wing. Does Waynesville want to look for a foul? They need to eventually here. Can't just let them hold on to it. Ball going out to the right corner. Now going to go to foul here. Too much time, I'd say, runs off the clock there. 12.2. It's going to be 2 free throws now, 4. It'll be Maggie Gunn. Unfortunately, 1 free throw here, and that's why I say it's maybe too much time off the clock. 1 free throw makes it a 2-possession game. Just 12 seconds to work with here. I know Waynesville looking for the steal first, but might have taken too much time. First free throw, right side of the rim, no good. So far, so good. Remember, Waynesville, they have 1 timeout remaining. Gunn's second free throw. Whistle, lane violation called against Kirkwood. Waynesville's got a shot. They'll have a timeout taken by Kirkwood. So the lane violation means Waynesville has a chance. They trail by 3, 12.2 seconds left to go here in this one. We're going to keep it right here through the timeout. There's no more doubt about it. I will say right now, you need a 3. I know you could try to get the and 1. I know we've seen Brianna Hurd pull a few and 1s tonight, but you cannot play ref ball at this point in time. I'd feel much more comfortable with a 3-pointer. So, who are your targets? Well, you look for a few players here. Riley Grossfener, she has a 3-pointer here tonight. Of course, Caitlin Black, she's always a threat. She has no points here tonight, but you can always look for Black. We know she can make them. Of course, you can also look for Brianna Hurd as well. Hurd has a 3-pointer here in this game. But what you need is a clean 3-pointer. You need to find a great shot, a clean shot, and then, of course, you just got to make the shot. Simple enough, right? But they'll have to go the full length of the floor, 12.2 seconds to do it. It's plenty of time, I would say. You can get down the floor in about 2 or 3 seconds if you really push it. But what do you do once you get in the half court? Your whole season depends on this play. We'll see. Waynesville out of the timeout. Marsh doing it for the 2 seniors. Brittany Davison, Kayla Brown, they're both on the floor right now. Of course, Brianna Hurd, 34 points tonight. It's been the driving force behind the offense. We'll see here. It's going to be Reagan to inbound. Reagan quickly going into Riley. Riley over to the right sideline here. Brown coming up the sideline here to the wing. Going inside the 3-point line. Now 5 seconds left. Picks up the dribble. In some trouble. Going to the top of the key. Almost overthrows it. Riley coming up with it. Goes up the 3. Off the backboard. Falls out. And Waynesville's season comes to a close. So unfortunately, Waynesville, they got a shot off, but they couldn't put it through. And a furious fourth quarter comeback attempt does fall a little bit short here tonight. So unfortunately, the season, it comes to a close, but we'll do what we always do. We'll come back here in just a moment. We'll go ahead and wrap things up here. And then, of course, I'll tell you about what we're doing here for the rest of the spring, in fact. But again, your final score here tonight, Kirkwood 50, Waynesville 47. You're listening to Waynesville Lady Tiger Basketball. It's 97.9 The Source.
Mailbox It in St. Robert is now your complete shipping headquarters. Mailbox It is a UPS authorized shipping agent. They can ship your package UPS, accept UPS drop-offs, and can accept UPS returns with a shipping label. Add FedEx and the United States Postal Service, and why go anywhere else? Mailbox It is the go-to resource for packing, shipping, printing, and business service needs. Mailbox It is a copy, print, and document service center. They can even print your photos and canvases. Mailbox It, 213 Suite 3, St. Robert Boulevard.
The trucks are coming in and coming in. Lowe Chevrolet in Waynesville has vehicles on the lot with your name on it. Stop by and check out the selection. Take your pick and drive off the lot today with a new or pre-owned vehicle of your choice. Lowe Chevrolet can help you with financing, service, and so much more. Serving the community you live in for over 30 years. Lowe Chevrolet, off I-44, exit 156 in Waynesville.
Fall is in the air, but this family is in turmoil. Here's Mom, Dad, and even little Sally. Why are they upset? Well, there's the laundry, the dishes, the floors, the office, the yard work and PTA, the homework, soccer, and dance class. And nobody has time to cook a good meal. All right, family, now huddle up. Here's the plan.
Home Plate Grill of Dixon is not only the place to get a great home-cooked meal anytime, but you also get outstanding service that is quick and affordable. Home Plate Grill of Dixon, down-home comfort food and exceptional service that keeps you coming back again and again.
Hi, this is Brad Shelton at the Marys County Bank. Every day, the Marys County Bank touches every corner of your life and supports you as you turn your life's goals into accomplishments. Whether it's purchasing your first car, opening a small business, buying a home, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. From your first car to a new life after retirement, the Marys County Bank is there for all your life's milestones with our full line of products. Stop by one of our 10 locations and see how the Marys County Bank can support your dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back here once more at Eureka High School. This one in the books. Unfortunately, the Waynesville Lady Tigers, they see their season come to a close here tonight. Final score, Kirkwood 50, Waynesville 47. Waynesville gets the shot they want there at the end of the game. Riley Grossfeiner, a open three-pointer, if you will. Maybe not the shot you kind of wanted there. Maybe kind of had to hurry it up a little bit, but it does fall a bit short, and your season does come to a close. But again, Connor Harbin here with the 97.9 The Source as we wrap up not only this ball game, but the rest of the season as well. Just a couple of scores here for you here tonight. For Waynesville, one score in double digits. That would, of course, be Brianna Hurd. She finishes with 34 points here tonight, her final game of her junior campaign. Of course, she'll be back next year. And, of course, we'll see how much she's able to add in that campaign. But, again, a very special game to end the year, 34 points for Brianna Hurd. Riley Grossfeiner, she finishes with 9 points here today, again, including a three-pointer in that fourth quarter. That's why I say maybe that's the shot you really wanted Riley Grossfeiner to take there at the end of the game. She did hit one earlier in the quarter, but she does finish with 9 in her final game of her freshman campaign. We'll get to all that here in just a moment. Two other scores here tonight. Brittany Davison, she finishes with 2, and then Lauren Lurcher. No, excuse me, how about Madison Mulholland finishes with 2 points here tonight. Of course, just a couple scores here for Kirkland, as, again, I kind of got caught up doing some other things, so forgot to add up all the totals there for you, but they did have one double-digit score here tonight. Actually, they did have 2. Brooke Bendoff leading the way here tonight. She finishes with 14, and Anna Newland comes through with 10 points here tonight. So Waynesville, they finished their season off at 11-16 for the season. Of course, did win their final 2 games of the regular season, but just unfortunately unable to overcome Kirkwood here in this first round of the district playoffs. And, you know, when you take a look at this team, I think really what you say is this team's going to get another year of experience. You take a look here, you do lose your 2 seniors. Brittany Davison, great defensive player, of course. She will be moving on. She'll be graduating at the end of the year. Of course, then you also lose Kayla Brown, who, of course, you saw could handle the basketball. Mostly a ball handler there, kind of brought the ball up, was a point guard for Waynesville here this season. Definitely going to have themselves their presence missed. But when you look at the rest of the team, how many players are you going to get back? Of course, you're going to get back the Gross-Wiener twins. They're going to be sophomores. We definitely saw flashes of talent from them this year, especially as the year went on. Really started to like how they were becoming secondary scorers, if you will. Of course, Riley here tonight with 9 points, your second score here for Waynesville. But, of course, we saw Reagan do very much the same thing. They'll be sophomores. Of course, you'll have Caitlin Black back once again. She can shoot the three. Maybe, of course, she'll be relied upon to do that next season. Of course, you'll have the leading scorer. You'll have Brianna Hurd back for her senior campaign. And then you'll have some players coming up from the JV team as well. So we'll kind of look and see. But your season does come to an end here tonight. So, guess that wraps up basketball season, doesn't it? That will be our last broadcast of any kind of basketball for 2023. So I'll just go ahead and remind you to keep tuned in. Make sure to keep listening in. Of course, Marv and I, 97.9 The Source, working on baseball now. We're going to be broadcasting all kinds of baseball, not only Waynesville, but Frisco League baseball, of course. I'm kind of cross-checking schedules, making sure I just have all the games ready to go, making sure that when I can get a game in, I do get a game in. So make sure you stay tuned for that. I'm sure I'll have a schedule up and ready to go. That season starting very, very soon, I do believe, in just a couple of weeks. But that'll do it for us here tonight. I think I've said what I need to say. Of course, big thank you to Dan. Dan, probably the only person who's listened to every single minute of Waynesville Tiger and Lady Tiger basketball this year. He's put me back on the air so many times this year as well. So big thank you to Dan back in the studio. But for everyone else involved, I am Connor Harbert. Hope you enjoyed listening to this one as much as I enjoy bringing it to you here tonight. Again, your final score, the Waynesville Lady Tigers, their season finishes up here with a loss 50-47 to the Kirkwood Pioneers. You've been listening to Waynesville Lady Tiger basketball, 97.9 The Source. Good night, everybody. Be good people.
You've been listening to Waynesville Lady Tiger and Tiger Basketball on 97.9 FM. Our games have been brought to you by Air Serv Heating and Air, the Marys County Bank, Mailbox It, Lowe's Chevrolet Memorial Chapels, Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company, Flo's 66 Diner, and Morris Ford, your shelter insurance agents, Dave Hollett in Richland and John Gregory in Crocker, and St. Robert Auto Supply. We hope you've enjoyed tonight's broadcast on 97.9 FM. See you next time with more Waynesville Tiger and Lady Tiger basketball.